Hello! So yesterday was a bit busy for us gamers, wasn't it? Because we had the Nintendo Direct and we also had the State of Play. So I thought I'd maybe just give my thoughts on both of them from my remembering. So let's start off first of all with the first event of the day, which was the Nintendo Direct. And straight off the bat, it was a Direct. There was a lot of games which were announced here which didn't really grab me, and not because the games are bad or anything, it's just I just don't really have any interest in a lot of the games. When it came to some games which actually grabbed me, weirdly enough, the Princess Peach game looks really, really cool. Like, when it first got announced, there wasn't really much said about it, but it looks stunning, this game. It kind of, to me, it kind of has like a 2.5 sort of feel, HD feel, where you're 2.5 HD feel. What am I on about? The 2.5 perspective. That's the word I'm looking for. Where you're changing different outfits for different actions, and the way that you traverse these stages, literal stages, because it's based in a theatre, that looked really, really fun. There was 2 JRPGs, which, yeah, they grabbed my interest, but one of them we already knew about, but we got more information. We got a release date. So we'll go about that game first, which is Eden Chronicles 100 Heroes. Now, that looks phenomenal. That was always going to be on the list of games that I want to get next year. You can really see the Suikoden, or Generation Pixel's going to kill me in the comments for pronouncing it wrong. You know the game I'm meaning. You could see the influence from the original game developers who are creating this game. And the Unicorn Overlord, the new game from Vanillaware and Atlas. And if it's Vanillaware, it's going to be fantastic. I need to see a bit more of it before I'm fully sold on it. It looks great. The pixel art style, well, I say pixel art style, the Vanillaware art style, which is always phenomenal, with the likes of your Odin Sphere and 13 Sentinels. That sort of style looks great. The other highlight for most people will have been the Paper Mario Thousand Door remaster or remake. I don't really have any affinity with the Paper Mario series. I've only really got Paper Mario the Origami King. So it looks phenomenal, but again, it's not one which grabbed me because, again, I've not really got any affinity with these games. Once I see more, you know, it's meant to be the best out of the series, so I might try it when it does eventually come out. Whether I'm rushing out to get it straight away, no. But again, this is just me. One thing I will say, the whole F-Zero 99. Now, I remember the run up to this event. There was leaks about a new F-Zero or something F-Zero coming. And it's F-Zero 99. Unbelievable. It's not something I would play, but I just find it really funny that people have been clamoring for F-Zero for a long time, and then Nintendo's just gone, no, you can have this. You can have this, guys. Overall, the Nintendo Direct, again, nothing really grabbed me, like, sunk its teeth in. There were great announcements here, don't get me wrong, like the ones that I mentioned previously, but out of the most recent Directs, it's not up there, but hey, it was still a good Direct. However, when it came to the State of Play, now usually, you'll know me, I am mainly playing my Nintendo Switch the most, but there was a lot of game announcements here that really kind of sunk its teeth in. and did anyone realise the amount of swearing that this State of Play had? Straight away, within like the first minute, the characters were going, you fucking... there was swearing out the wazoo in this one. But the first game which was shown was the Baby Steps. That looks utterly hilarious. Those sort of like physics-based games I don't usually tend to play, but that one looks really, really funny. Now, when it comes to PlayStation VR, I'm rubbish with PlayStation VR. Like any sort of VR, I get motion sickness. You know, I tried Resident Evil before. Resident Evil 7. My little brother took round his VR headset. I tried it, and within 15 minutes on that, and I was about howking up. But the games which were announced, the Ghostbusters game looks really, really cool. There was the Resident Evil Village VR mode. Now, I'm not big into my Resident Evil, but from a technical standpoint, that looked phenomenal. So yeah, that's one to keep an eye on for anyone playing VR. The likes of now Spider-Man 2. I've not really been keeping an eye on the game announcements with Spider-Man. I mean, I've seen, you know, the basic announcements, but it's not one I've been really keeping an eye on. But when I saw them going into more detail about Spider-Man 2, this looks awesome. I mean, it genuinely looks really good, so I will look to try and pick that up at some point. It's not on the top of my list. You'll know what game is on the top of my list if you're a friend of the channel. We'll get there. We'll get there. That Helldivers 2. I thought the original Helldivers was like top down or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that looked alright. Not that I'm going to be playing it, but it generally looked alright. It was good that they showed gameplay for that. So yeah. But, well, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh! Final Fantasy. Da-na-na-na-na. Yeah, you could tell that I was really hyped up for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It looks absolutely phenomenal, and we have a release date of February next year. My wife's going to hate me when I'm going to say I'm pre-ordering this. You've already got a Final Fantasy VII. That's not her voice, by the way. If she hears this, she'll give me a good slapping. But then there was the introduction of Kate Sith as well, and the likes of Vincent. There was all the mini games from the Gold Saucer, the likes of the motorbiking, the fighting with the block characters, and the chuckable racing. It showed iconic points in the game, such as the Junon marching, where you're going excited. Yeah, that is the game for me. It's going to be my game of the year for 2024, and game of the year for this, that, and next thing. It also showed Zack as well. It also talked about weapons. It showed like the buggy. God, I am so excited. Very, very excited. So yes, out of all these directs or state of plays or whatever, the main game which I'm the most happy about and excited about is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And breathe. So there we go. That are my thoughts about the Nintendo Direct and the state of play. What were your thoughts about it? Am I speaking shite? Or do you agree with what I've spoken about today? Or what was your favourite game out of all these announcements? You know what to do. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you like what you're hearing and seeing on the channel, please help me grow it by liking, sharing and subscribing. And if you want to be kept up to date with everything Chicken Fillets, please hit that notification bell. This has been Chicken Fillets, and until next time, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yes! Tatty bye.